Allow me to take you guys back to Harlem, where a mother of four, beautician, had everything going for herself, definitely trying to create a legacy for her family, was taken down by her own family member.
An East Harlem community is just shocked by the death of a beloved salon owner. Police say that the woman's son pushed her to her death at a park. CBS 2's Naveen Dhaliwal has details.
Vionel Beauty Salon should have been bustling with customers on Monday, but instead the doors were shuttered on East 112th Street as many left flowers for Vionel Garcia.
I'm gonna cry. She's the best.
She's amazing. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Garcia was a woman full of life, a mother of four, a staple businesswoman in the community.
As I mentioned to you guys, this lady definitely tried to create a legacy for not only herself, but her family, right? A lot of times when you have other people who are not on board with your vision to complete something that could possibly be beneficial to everybody, you'll find that you'll get these individual acting weird, acting funny in between, right? Because somebody's gonna feel more entitled than the other person. And especially if you have more than one children. When you have more than one children, they all have their own identity, right? So you have to cater to each and every one of their identity, especially if you're a single parent. If you're a single parent, it makes matters much harder because you now have to put on so many different hats in order to cater to everybody's attention, right? As you can see, she worked hard. She's well known in the community. 41-year-old mom. Everybody loved her. The lady just got finished having her hair done prior to the situation. Now she has to turn around and shed tears. Is it necessary? A lot of times when you think about it, just ask yourself before you do dumb shit, is it necessary? Is it necessary? Know your outcome. Understand that what you're doing is never going to have a great outcome. Life is beautiful. Learn to live it. Learn to accept it. Accept the things that you can change. And for what you can't, just leave it up to the powers of the Almighty. In this situation, we have her son. He decides to do the most craziest thing ever because why? Let's take a look.
I mean, music. She offered, coffee.
She always meant well. She helped everybody here.
Daphne Lugo was emotional as she told us that she just got her hair done on Friday, not knowing it would be the last time with Garcia.
This is a very big loss for all of us.
The 44-year-old's life was cut short on Sunday afternoon in Riverside Park when detectives say a 22-year-old man pushed her down a grassy embankment in the vicinity of West 165th Street and Riverside Drive, causing her serious injuries.
A bunch of police were huddled in that corner where that branch is, and there was someone trying to do CPR for what felt like close to 20 minutes.
Garcia was pronounced dead, and police say that suspect has now been identified as her son, Miguel Duval, a shock to those.
22 years old, lazy son of a bitch. Entitled son of a bitch. 22. Listen, I'm not trying to put this out there like that, but a lot of times when you have these kids, you can't determine their outcome. You should only be responsible for yours. A lot of times they have this different mindset that they create from whatever reason, and they would snap because they feel like certain things are entitled to them. So they would snap if they don't get it. That's just how they react. He's 22 years old, more than able to be self-sufficient and take care of his own business. More than likely, he probably depended on his mom. More than likely, he probably needed her to do something, and she finally put her foot down and said no. So he pushed her down the hill. I don't understand the mindset of these people. The reason why you should never be afraid of your kids. Your kids should really be afraid of you. Your kids should have so much fear of you to the point where, and when I say fear, I don't mean fear of like every time you raise your hand, they flinch. I don't mean fear like that because that could be kind of suspicious in the eyes of other people. When I say fear, I mean fear to the point where they don't even curse in front of you. They don't even do anything out of the ordinary that's disrespectful or demeaning in front of you. That type of respect goes a long way because you know to yourself that you're going to always respect me every time you're in my presence. I'm never going to doubt the fact that you're going to harm me, but in the back of your head, you kind of hold on to it because in today's world, they're smoking the most craziest things. A lot of drinking is involved, and a lot of extra drugs are involved. So, all of those drugs and all those things that I mentioned, they're mind control substance. Mind control. Like, you as the parent really can't determine whether your child got involved with any of those substances at all. You just have to pay attention. You just have to know that if you see something out of the ordinary, their behavior or whatever the case might be, and they just so happen to be living with you, which I could assume that he was still living at home because he sounds like a bum. Like, why would you do that to your mother for some reason? Why? Allow that to make sense. Why would you take your own mom and push her down the hill? Why would you even be standing there arguing with her in the first place? To even get close enough to push her down the hill. The only thing you should be doing to her is hugging her, kissing on her cheek, telling Mom, I thank you so much. I love you for doing everything that you've been doing. Give her those terms of endearments. Allow her to feel special, as she should. Nobody's perfect. Whatever may have happened, what else can she do about it? Your best thing was to do was to distance yourself. If there was a negative situation between you and her, you should have just distanced yourself until you calm down. Learn a different way to approach it in order to deal with it without it having to end up like this. Because now your mom is not here and you on your way to the county. Come on, man. You got to think. Use your head. A lot of y'all don't react. Don't react on that first impulse. Don't do that. That first impulse will get you into some shit that you really can't get out of. So try not to react on that first impulse. Think before you do something drastic and you can't bounce back from it. Because this young lady right here, the community now is going to be missing her. This is not how she planned her day to be. She did not wake up to fall asleep in another way. She didn't wake up for that. She woke up with the intent to go down to her salon, satisfy her customers, have some decent conversation, and come back home. What's the harm in that? Him, on the other hand, 22 years old. He sounds like a loser. 22 years old. Like, what could you possibly be arguing with your mom about that you at 22 couldn't figure it out yourself? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep me afloat. And I will definitely keep you guys informed with more videos. Until next time.